There we go. All right, so we're continuing. Foundational standing poses is the theme, has been the theme for the last little while. And we're going to look at our extended side angle pose today. We'll start lying down on the floor. So making your way there. If you would like, you can always have a pillow handy for when we come to do our kneeling poses or our seated poses. We'll start lying down. So the legs out straight, lowering our backs to the floor, letting the feet come out, letting the legs relax, the arms come away from the side of the body, palms facing up. Let's lengthen through the back of the neck. And then see if maybe we lift the hips slightly, lengthen the tailbone, and then bring the hips back down. So taking a few breaths here, just to bring ourselves to the mat today. So we can inhale, deepening the breath. Seeing if we can find a little more movement through the front of the body. The exhale, belly deflates, ribs, chest. So as we inhale, seeking to move the breath down into the belly, out into the side ribs and into the back ribs. So feel that against the floor. Exhale, drawing the belly in, letting those ribs deflate. 2 more of these at your own speed. Just enjoying the focus on the breath, letting go of anything else that's been happening today. Hatha yoga, so yoga is now, is what that means. It's about being present, not thinking about the past or worrying about the future. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead. Walk the legs together, flexing the feet gently. So we've got this lying down mountain pose. We're pushing the feet away. We're stretching the arms up and overhead, taking this into a side body stretch. We lift the hips, shift them over to the left side of the mat, and then walk the hands and the feet over to the right corners of the mat. Move the head between the arms. So we're looking for a big banana stretch here. So inhaling into the left ribs, feeling that stretch all the way from the left fingertips, through the left armpit, the side of the left body, stretching down through the left hip. See if you can encourage that hip down in case it's lifted. And we're stretching all the way into those left toes. On the next inhale, we'll come back up to center with the arms, the legs, and lift and shift those hips over to the right side of the mat. Walking the hands, the feet over to the left corners, keeping the hips over to the right, gives us this big side body stretch. This time through the right side. Inhale into the right rib cage. Exhale out through the left. Again, feel that stretch through the right armpit. Encouraging the right hip down towards the floor, stretching through the side of the right leg. One more breath here. And then we'll inhale, walking ourselves back to center, lift those hips back to center as well. And we'll bring the arms down, draw that right knee into the chest. So here, looking for a stretch through the front of the left hip and a deep flexion into that right hip. Lovely for if we've been sitting all day so far. Think about keeping the back of the neck long, pressing the low back towards the floor. From here, big inhale, exhale. One more inhale. And then as we exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. The right arm comes out shoulder width, and we draw the right knee over to the left side. So coming into a twist. Now that knee, probably not going to come down. That's all good. You can pad underneath it if you want to grab your pillow, put it under there, you can do, or just leave it floating. That's okay. We're going to focus on that right shoulder, staying down. wide across the chest, across the collarbones, turning the gaze over the right fingertips. Shoulders away from the ears. And then we'll take that left arm out wide as well. From here, we're going to take some shoulder sweeps, moving with the breath. So we inhale here, stretching the fingertips. Exhale, close the hand. So the right hand sweeps over and comes on top of the left. Then we inhale, trace the right fingertips overhead, like we're drawing a big rainbow. Take that right arm out to the side again. Exhale, close the hands like a clamshell. Inhale, drawing that big semicircle up and overhead. Exhale, closing the hands. Following that right hand with the gaze. One more. And we exhale to close the hands. We're lying on our left side. We hold here. And then we push ourselves onto our bellies from here. We can keep that right knee out. So the right knee is coming out. It's in line with the hips. The forehead rests onto the hands. Maybe a little rock back and forth of the brow bone. Give your forehead a little massage onto the hands. And that left hip is down on the floor, but you find that right hip is lifted. So we're going to see, can we encourage that right hip to open? Bringing the front of the right hip down towards the floor. That right knee can be out in line with the hip or lower, definitely not higher. Trying to encourage the right side of the torso to lengthen. Then from here, we'll lift the head, take the left arm out to the side, so shoulder height, and then we're going to take the right fingertips in front of the face. So we're going to bring the left cheek, the left ear down to the floor, and then we're going to bring our right leg on top of the left. So the hips pointing to the right. We're on the fingertips of the right hand in front of the face. And we're stretching through this left shoulder. This is why I've showed you from this side first. So that left arm is out behind us. And I'll show you from the other side. The right hand is in front of the face. We're stacking those hips. If you like, if you want a bit more of a twist, then we can lift the right knee, open the hips like you could come up towards the ceiling. You'll notice that intensifies that stretch on the left shoulder. So listen to your body. If it's too much, bring it back down. You're in control. Those hips forwards takes it load off the shoulder. Bringing them back brings more load on. And bringing that leg back, ooh, makes it extra juicy. Good. From here, let's let go, rolling back onto the belly, and we'll push up to all fours. Finding our neutral cat, so the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll take some cat-cows here. So as we inhale, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades, retract the shoulder blades, and then we'll exhale to protract the shoulder blades, push the floor away, let the back round. So inhale, we retract. And I'm using this language because we're going to look at what the shoulder blade does in our extended side angle. The exhale, we push the floor away, we round the spine, and that's because we protract the shoulders, which means getting as much space as we can between the shoulder blades. So move with your breath. The inhale to retract, draw the chest forwards. The exhale to protract, find that space between the shoulder blades. One more. Moving at your own speed. And after your exhale, we'll come back to neutral and we'll shoot the right leg out to the side. So we're looking for that foot to be in line with the knee. And then we'll inhale, bringing ourselves up into our gate pose. So our gate pose, arms are up. We're looking, if you can see from the side, we're looking to lengthen this tailbone. So we're not here. We're squeezing the bum, drawing the hips forwards. And then I'll show you from the front. Reaching into the fingertips. As we exhale, coming over to the right side. Stretching into the left side of the body. Inhale here. Exhale. Maybe a little more movement over. One more inhale. Reach into the left fingertips. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to come up. Now remember, you can always take a bit of padding under that knee if you're feeling it there, a pillow maybe. Inhale, stretching into the fingertips. And we're going to exhale. Airplane arms, touch the left hand down. Inhale up. Exhale, keep those shoulders in line with the arms in line with the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale. This time as we bring it down, we hold. So taking the hand down. Now we can either stay on the fingertips, or if you want, we can start bringing that hand to the floor. Let's take the right arm onto the low back. We're going to use that hand to encourage the tailbone to lengthen. Just like before, we don't want that bum sticking out behind us because it takes it all into the lumbar. So squeeze the bum, lengthen the tailbone, draw the belly button back and in, and we open across the chest here. Now, thinking about that hand below, we're going to look at this retraction, protraction action again. So as we inhale, we're going to retract, we're going to squeeze the elbows behind us. Exhale, we protract. So think about maybe rounding the shoulders forward slightly, push into that lower hand. Inhale, squeeze and retract. Exhale, push the hand into the floor, round the shoulders as you get that space between the shoulder blades. Then we inhale, retract. And now, as you exhale, just protract a little bit. So just push that hand into the floor. Get a little bit more space between the shoulder blades. It's that middle point that we really want in this pose. Good. And we'll inhale. Coming up, exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the hips back towards the heel. You can take the hands down if you like, and we'll come to sit. So that left foot coming inside the right thigh. Going to take that left hand to left knee. Inhale, turning over the right leg. Exhale, tiptoeing the fingers forwards. So we're leading this forwards fold with the chest. You can take a bend into that knee if you like. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe folding, maybe walking the hands forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, a little deeper movement. See how the body feels. One more inhale. Exhale. And then we'll inhale, walk the hands back up. Turning the body out over that left knee. We'll take the right hand and we're going to tiptoe it down somewhere inside that right leg. Doesn't matter where. The left hand comes onto the sacrum. And we'll inhale, wing that left shoulder back. We're going to open the chest up like it could come up towards the ceiling. Looking for a big side body stretch. So you're going to feel this in your latissimus dorsi, your lats, those muscles in the back side of the body. So here, if you want more challenge, we can walk the hands down the inside of the leg, keeping the chest open. And if you want more, we can lift that hand up behind. Doesn't matter how high it gets. It's the backwards motion that we want. I need to come forwards. I'm hitting my window. So we come back and we feel that stretch intensify. So choose your level. You're in control. One more inhale. Reach into the left fingertips. Exhale. Maybe that hand a little further back. And we'll inhale. Coming up. Good. And we'll lie down again with control. So the legs out straight. Rolling the body back to the floor. Letting the head come down. And then we'll inhale, draw that left knee in. So we're going for the other side. Exhale, pushing the low back down towards the floor, shoulders away from the ears, back of the neck lengthens. One more inhale here. And then we'll exhale, the right hand outside the left knee, left arm comes shoulder height. And we draw that left knee over to the right. Again, that knee can float. It's all good. We bring the hands out, shoulder height, so both arms wide. Breathing into this stretch. Inhale into the left ribs. Exhale, encouraging that left shoulder down. One more inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, close left hand on top of right. Inhale, we're going to trace that semicircle up and overhead, following the left hand with the gaze, bringing it wide. Exhale. Inhale. Big rainbow, up and overhead. Exhale. Your armpits. Getting as much movement as we can. The shoulders, opening across the pectorals. And as we exhale, stay on our left side. Rolling onto our belly, keeping that left knee up. Maybe it comes slightly down to help that left hip come towards the floor. So the forehead into the hands. I'm pausing here for a breath or so. And send the breath into that left hip. So the left side of the body wants to shorten. The left hip wants to stay off the floor. So what can we do to release through the outer left thigh, buttock muscles, encouraging that left hip to come down, pushing the left hip down away from the face as well, encouraging the left side of the body to lengthen rather than to crush in. We'll push ourselves up now and bring that right arm out shoulder height. So going for this front shoulder stretch, other side, coming onto the right ear, the right cheek. And then we'll bring that left hand in front, the right foot, stacking the legs on top of each other. So bringing those hips to face towards the left. Feel that stretch through the front of the right shoulder now to the right pectoral. And we can walk left hand in. We can perhaps bend into the left knee, take the left toes or foot down to the floor behind if you want to intensify the stretch. So take it to whatever level feels okay for you. Gently, we'll release from there, bring our bellies back to the floor, and then we'll push up into all fours. From here, a little look, not at cat-cows, but at shoulder retraction and protraction. So draw the belly button in. Nothing is going to change here other than the level of the chest. So we're going to retract the shoulders. We're going to squeeze them behind us. Keep the back of the neck long. The gaze is down. Exhale, we protract. We push the floor away. Keep the low back still. The belly button drawing in. Inhale, retraction. Squeeze the shoulder blades like you could crush a walnut between them. Exhale, finding that space between the shoulders. So move with the breath. 3 more. Inhale to retract, squeeze. Exhale to push the floor away, to bring that space between the shoulder blades. And it takes a little work to kind of find that isolation of just the shoulder blades or the scapula moving. Because we want to move the belly, we want to move the chest. The chest is moving, that's fine. But we want to move the neck, we want to do our cat-cows, don't we? So 1 more. And then after the exhale, after that last protraction, we're going to come to neutral. Step the left foot out to the side. Inhale, finding our gate. So that foot level with the knee, reaching the arms up and overhead. From here, squeezing the hips forwards, finding that long tailbone, that lift through the inner groins. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. And exhale, bring that hand down somewhere onto the leg, anywhere. Looking for this deep side body stretch into the right side now. Inhale, reaching into the right fingertips. Exhale, maybe a slightly deeper movement. Inhale, exhale. And then we'll inhale to come up, and we'll exhale, airplane arms over to the right. Bringing that hand to the floor, inhale up. 2 more, exhale with control, keeping those arms out. Inhale up. Exhale. This time we bring that right hand down. So the left hand, maybe it comes onto the sacrum, encourages that lengthening of the tailbone behind us. Again, let's play with the retraction and protraction of the shoulder blade. So as we inhale, draw that right shoulder blade in towards the spine. Exhale, push it away. So we're rounding the shoulders perhaps. Inhale, squeezing both shoulder blades behind us. Noticing how that opens the chest. Exhale, push the floor away. Maybe a little rounding as we get that space between the shoulder blades. One more. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, push that hand into the floor. And then find your midpoint. So find that squeeze of the shoulder blades first. And then we push right hand into the floor. Slightly get more space between the shoulder blades. That's the sweet spot. You can lift the arm up. Inhaling here. Exhale. And then we'll inhale. Lifting up. And we'll exhale, either hands to heart center or bring them down, lowering the hips back. So that right foot coming inside the left knee. Inhale, right hand to knee, turning the chest over the left leg. Exhale, walking the hands forwards, coming as low as you want to today. Might not be very low, that's all good. Take a bend into that knee if you like, keeping the chest leading, thinking about this straight spine, drawing the belly button in. Inhaling, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe slightly further forwards. One more inhale. Exhale. Then we'll inhale, bring it up. Walking that left hand inside the leg, taking it wherever you like. Right hand to the sacrum. From here, we wing the right shoulder, the right elbow back, opening the chest towards the right knee. If you want more of a challenge, you can work on walking that hand down the leg. More again. You can inhale the arm up, exhale back. Remembering it's not the height of the arm here that brings the challenge so much as the depth that we go back. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Opening the chest. Exhale. Winging that right shoulder back. 1 more inhale. Exhale. And then we'll inhale to come up, bringing the hands down onto the mat. We'll push our way back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, taking whatever movement you like. First down dog of today, the legs don't need to be straight. Giving the head a little shake, a little nod. Letting it go, tucking the chin gently. And then we'll inhale. Step the right foot forwards. Give it a hand up if it wants it. Coming to a lunge. Exhale here. And then we'll inhale. Reaching up into our high crescent lunge. Now as we exhale, warrior 2. Bringing the arms wide. Inhale here. And we'll exhale into our side angle. So we bring that right forearm to the right thigh. Left hand to the sacrum. Now, we've been talking about this retraction, protraction for a reason. This right shoulder wants to dump in. We want to scrunch up. What we're going to do is protract. We're going to push into that arm and also squeeze, get that retraction as well, that midpoint. So the chest is open. We're drawing that left shoulder back, but we're still pressing into the arm. So not just caving in as we saw before. Let's inhale, coming up, and then we'll exhale to turn to the other side. Warrior 2. Inhaling here. Exhale, left forearm comes onto the left thigh. Right hand onto the sacrum, lengthening the tailbone. The hand is holding a dinner plate if we're here. And again, no crunching into this. We press into that left elbow. We squeeze the shoulder blades together, get that retraction. Then find that softening, that gentle protraction to get that midpoint where we're still pressing down into that lower arm. Inhaling here. And we'll exhale, bring the hands down, step that foot back, downward facing dog. Options, take your child's pose. Lovely. So from here, we'll do the other side. So we'll inhale, right foot forwards into our lunge. Onto the fingertips, draw the belly button off the thigh. Exhale here. Then we'll inhale into our high crescent lunge. Exhale, lengthening the tailbone, pushing that back heel away. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, drop the back heel, open the arms wide. Warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, we reach over to the right forearm down. Left forearm down to left thigh. This time, the right arm reaching up and overhead. This is where the name extended side angle comes from. We've got this line from the outer foot all the way through to the fingertips. Think about those shoulders again. So pressing that low arm into the thigh, squeezing those shoulder blades, drawing the other shoulder away from the ear. One more inhale, exhale. Then we'll inhale up and exhale, turning the feet. Other side, warrior two. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, bring that right forearm down to the right thigh. Left arm up and overhead. So if you want to challenge yourself more in the warrior twos or the side angles, it's about seeing if you can squat or lunge a little lower into that front leg. Again, press right forearm into the thigh. Squeeze the shoulder blades with that hint of protraction, retraction with a hint of protraction. One more inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. We'll bring it up, warrior two. Exhale, taking the hands down, stepping back, downward facing dog. Oh, paddle it out. The thighs have been working. Feels good after I've been sitting all day. And from here, as we exhale, we'll drop the knees down, coming to a child's pose. So the hands come down alongside the hips, forehead rests on the floor. Now, if your hips and your heels are quite far apart, we pad in between them. We give those hips some support wherever they are. Letting the forehead relax onto the floor. The upper arms are heavy, and the front body resting on the thighs. Focusing on the breath. So sending the breath into the back body. If the breath had sped up, what can we do to find some quietness, some steadiness again to the breath? And then gently, in your own time, slowly roll your way up to a seat. And we'll finish in a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Could be kneeling, could be cross-legged. You might have some height under the hips, maybe a pillow or a couple of pillows. You decide what your final resting position is for today. As we sit tall, maybe taking the hands outside of the hips, finding that lift through the upper body. Gentle tuck of the chin, lengthening through the back of the neck, reaching up through the crown of the head. And then allowing the hands to rest on the thighs. Hands can be facing down to soothe, to calm, or facing up to lift the energy. We can lower the gaze or shut the eyes, whatever's comfortable for you. Tuning into the breath. Let's take some deeper breaths here. Expanding into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale. We deflate the belly, the ribs, the chest. few more breaths. Making them as big as you can, breathing in and out through the nose. Last one. Taking the hands together, and then we'll rub, create some friction between the hands, keeping the eyes closed. And once you feel you've got that heat between the hands, we release, we cup the hands over the eyes, blink the eyes open into the heat, and taking the hands away. Thank you, everyone. Good to see you. If you've got any questions, let me know.